All right. We are maybe working now. Um. All right. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Great. Now I can. I just realized that I didn't get anything ready before I just pressed start. I saw that Chillerbang was in chat, but he's gone now. Unlucky. The first stream I started by mistake, and then yeah, I made a bit of a mistake. I made a big mistake. Anyway, it's fine. We're gonna make a plan. Alright, cool. I can now close this one and I know that nothing is broken, everything is working. I see chat, I see everything. Oh, my Steam is not connecting though. That's a bad start. But we can kind of chill a little bit while I wait for things to open up. So how is everybody this afternoon? Early evening? Okay, we're doing really well. You know what I'm gonna do actually? Let me do like this, and then I link this so that I can. Hold on. Why is this not working? Limbus new content. Amazing. Limbish content. Sorry, I am like one hand here, one hand typing furiously while trying to make things start. But we should be ready. Project Moon feeds our brain rot. How are you? I do not know Project Moon. Okay, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb, just in case somebody tries to disturb me, because plenty of people want to disturb me. Alright, cool. Everything is ready. The reason you're streaming one-handed... Yeah, the reason I'm streaming one-handed, I just made a Twitter post so that people who follow me on Twitter, twitter.com @ oh, I forgot what my Twitter handle is. Twitter. Okay, I don't even need to say .com because like it's just an at. What is my Twitter? @melancholy_VT. There you go. That's my Twitter. I'm not even going to justify that last comment with a read, Drelja. You know what you said was out of line. Oh no, there's an update for VTube Studio. This was unexpected. Okay, cool. It's fine. It's fine. The update was like 2 megabytes. 2 megs. It's fine. Update is done. No problem. Okay, crisis averted. Right, let me plug this thing in so that I can actually see what's going on in my room. coffee shop fanfic took a weird turn. That fanfic scarred me, I'm not gonna lie. I was just relaxing and I was like, hey, maybe I should open Discord and see what's going on in Discord. Wow. Bezaliel posted an entire essay. I wonder what that's all about. What the you know? Okay, cool. My ring light is on. My lighting is even. I'm sitting in the right place. So okay, cool. There we go. Let me take my glasses off because I don't. Okay, now I won't be able to reach chat without my glasses. Oh, right. The things I do to make sure that I can still see you guys. All right. Although with the current content going through there, I'm not sure I want to be seeing what's happening there. Man just straight up ignored me. I didn't ignore you, Davis. I swear I said hello. Hello. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna give it like about 2 minutes. 2 minutes while I make sure that nothing breaks. I put new fans in my laptop, so not only can you guys not hear it anymore, but it also runs cool and I can actually just leave it on and I don't have to worry about it melting itself, which is amazing. Isn't that amazing, guys? Hello, Davis. How are you? I swear, can you not hear me or something? He's a neglected housewife. I swear I said hello, did I not? No, now you're making me have to check myself. Huh. Alright. This is fine. This is fine. Alright. No. I heard you the second time. No worry. Are you sure you heard me the second time? Do you want a third? Hello? I just triggered my own brain rot because Sephiroth core meltdowns are a thing in LobCorp. I don't know what the words you're saying mean, but I don't know what the words you're saying mean at all. I hope they are good words. I hope. Now, third time was the best hello. Ah, you're welcome. No problem. Alright, cool. Everything is looking like it won't explode, which is always a good point in time to say it's time to start the stream, so let's go get Necrobarista running. Just true. Every time. No. Oh man, that's. Yeah. Actually, I'll do that from now on. I'm sure he'll appreciate it, right? Right, Relja, you'll like that. Doop 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 doop. Which core meltdown? The true counter will reach triple digits. True. Restream is actually a little bit slow in picking up the chat. It's something that I'm noticing. It's just a little bit slow. Not too bad, but it's slow. Overall, fine. Each one gets a meltdown. You've played LobCorp, yes? True. This is kind of fun, actually. Alright. Cool. Game is ready to go. I am ready to go. Let me unplug my mouse because that's part of my preparations here. And let's get going with the little bit of He's doing it. He's beginning to unplug the mouse. All right. So before we go into the game, I want to just make sure that everything is tracking correctly and that my actual webcam isn't actually broken. Okay, cool. Hello everybody. Welcome again. Thank you for tuning in. Hold on, wait, I need to change this so that it doesn't go out of the thing. There we go. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be playing a little bit of Necrobarista. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very chill, and I'm going to finally get past the part of the game that I've already played up until. Basically, as far as we got last time was as far as I've been in the game. So we're going into new territory that I've never ever seen before. So that's going to be pretty cool. Oh, look at him move. Look at me move. Ah, ha, ha, ha. All right, cool. So, without further ado, bloop. Woo. Oh, let me get out of the way. Oh, no, please don't tell me that my VTube Studio hard bindings are broken. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. My toggle for VTube Studio was broken for whatever reason. All right. The game is loud, so prepare yourselves. Here we go. Welcome one and all. Back to Necrobarista. Can't wait for it to turn into a murder mystery and Mel to be traumatized live. Honestly, I think that could happen. I think I pressed the right button. I have no idea if I pressed the right button or not. We might be about to start the new game completely. All right. Wait, let me make this a bit more transparent. Because chat is currently making things hard to see. All right, cool. That should be fine. A loading screen, my beloved. Look at you, turning into a responsible human being. That's me. That really is me, actually. This last week has been such a responsible time for me. Alright. Oh, wait, it took us all the way back to here. Alright, well, I mean, you guys know the stories. You remember this story about Jack Daniel. This is my favorite story so far. Maybe there's more. But yeah, this one was great. I'm just gonna quickly skip through so that the game knows that I've read it, because I have read it. And boy, was this one a good one. It was a banger. If you haven't seen this story, in my Necrobarista playlist, the previous stream, we got through the story, and it's like the last story we did in the episode, and it was really a nice read. We read through all of this. For context, Necrobarista is a visual novel for 2019 that's pretty banger. Game is pretty cozy vibes. Hold on, wait. Let me adjust the volume of this game because I can see it just banging. There we go. Actually, wait, I should do this and adjust it the smart way. Oh boy. Volume mixer. What did I do last time? Why is it suddenly loud again? Alright, there we go. I don't know what it was that I did last time. Alright, cool. Sorry, skip. Okay, cool. Yeah. Nice. Right, so we've done that one, we did that one, we did the Crucibles, which is this one. The Haunted Crucibles. Now this game has been really good so far. The music gave that sort of vibe. Yeah, basically, like while you're not looking, the robots are just in there in the corner dancing their hearts out. Honestly, I believe it. This game is like a whole lot of really, really nice, wholesome little stories. Oh, but it's fine. We're still pre-debut, so the streams can be scuffed, the content can be confused. We're not expected to be polished yet. Don't worry about it. We'll get there. We will get there. Just not yet. Alright, cool. That is all the stories. I think that's all the stories. That's all the stories I remember. Yeah. Yeah, that's all the stories. Alright. Without further ado, let us continue the game's main story. Wait, no? There we go. Oh, wait, no, yeah, I've read this one as well. Thinking about alchemy the wrong way. This one was cool. Alright. Now, finally, is the time to continue the game story. Hello, Maddie. Yes, let's continue. "5 p.m. Dun 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 dun. Bam 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 ba bam ba bam bam bam. Bam 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 ba bam ba bam bam bam. Doo 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 doo. Ooh. Man, I'd love to see that. I could use a pick-me-up. Her name is Maddie. I can't promise I'll be there. It's kind of inconsistent. Still though, a hallway that's only there sometimes? How do you get to the kitchen otherwise? There's another slightly longer one that we use instead. It's much less exciting, but on the upside, it's consistently there. I love telling new people about it though. The reaction's always hilarious. I definitely didn't expect to be enthusiastic over a weird quantum hallway. Or enthusiastic at all, actually. Because as soon as I stopped thinking about it, I realized I'm actually extremely messed up about this. But it's like, I don't know, man. Like, what are you gonna do? You died. You died. There's not much you can do. I understand. Your life has gotten very weird, very fast, conceptually speaking. Or, your unlife. I should be better at talking about this by now, shouldn't I? Jeez. That's not a fun one to think about, huh? Just keep talking about the hallway so I can keep my mind off this. To be honest, I'm not sure I could even properly explain a lot of what goes on here. Maddie's barn. Okay, Ralja. She's like good with knives. That's like one of her things, right? The building's mildly sentient. Too much magic in the soil for it not to be, really. So, the cafe is alive? Not necessarily. Plenty of things have come to life here, but as far as we can tell, the building itself doesn't really fall into that category. Also, it mostly tends to shift itself in ways that are helpful instead of frustrating, so... Quantum hallways. I'm making myself a cuppa. You want something? Nah, I'm good for now. Being good with the knives isn't an Amori reference. Also, what's the barista's name? Not even he remembers. You see, everybody has amnesia. I didn't actually catch it, and I feel like a jerk. Maddie. She's the owner now, not just the barista. Still makes coffee, of course, but since she's the owner, has a lot more to juggle. Why are you asking? Got your eye on her, eh? No, I have a boyfriend. Had. Oh, jeez, this is a lot. Can't imagine how he's feeling. Try not to think about it. I. Okay. Yep. Okay. You want that drink now? I think I want something a little more potent than coffee right now. Sorry. Don't enable him, Kishan. Shush. I can get you something stronger, mate. So, a shot of whiskey, perhaps? Speaking of food, gonna get some. We'll be back in a bit. Make sure to talk about the most deranged stuff, so I'm extremely confused when I come back. Alright. I thought this was a cafe. Well, it is. Mostly. We do serve alcohol, though. And stronger things on request. Stronger? Like what? Baiju? Baiju? Absinthe? Pure ethanol? You think a place like this wouldn't have anything stronger than that? Stronger than pure ethanol? Sure. Remind me later and I might pull out some of my special reserve. Yeah, it doesn't get stronger than pure ethanol. No. Don't enable him, Kishan. Hey, someone's gotta drink it. I know you're not gonna touch the stuff aside from setting it on fire. Excuse me, I have perfectly good reasons for wanting to set a puddle of distilled soul on fire. We'll agree to disagree on that one. So, Kishan, what'll it be? Actually, I changed my mind on the coffee. Can I order something complex? Gotta treat myself on my last day on Earth. That's at 101%. That extra 1% is the tears of of a long gone person. I'm after a sugar rush. If we have the ingredients, it shouldn't be an issue. Maddie can whip it up for you. Cool. In that case, can I have a large quadruple shot, double vanilla caramel, no foam, super hot, reverse, coconut milk macchiato? Ah, yeah. Oh my god. With 2 sugars and whipped cream on top. Maddie? Yes, dearest? Can you, I don't quite know how. Is this real? Oh, is it too much? I was gonna ask for that shot of whiskey Che mentioned earlier, but it seemed a little extra. The whiskey, yeah. Yes, it is too much. I don't even think Starbucks would serve that. Why? Because it's a fucked up order, man. Dang. Every single word of that increased my urge to set the espresso machine on fire so I wouldn't have to think about making coffee ever again. Oh, but the whiskey's fine. I do that too. I have a counteroffer which you have to accept. Yeah? I'll make you another double shot long black and I'll put whiskey in it. Oh god, that would be disgusting. Oh, that would taste horrific. But I won't call you a hipster this time. If you decline my offer, on God, I will strip your soul from your body and use it to scrub the counters at closing time. That's an amazing... They will smell delicious afterwards, if that's any consolation. Yikes. That doesn't sound like a competitive counteroffer. Not the... Oh, that does sound like a competitive counteroffer. Not the soul thing. I'll take the coffee. My generosity knows no bounds. Normie. Huh. So, to conclude, that order sucked because it defies the laws of physics, has a heart attack's worth of sugar in it, and is something only wankers ask for. Is it possible to die twice? Yep. You can die twice if you're brought back from the dead, or if you manage to really annoy someone between here and the next place, which is more likely because resurrection is illegal. Resurrection is reserved for emergencies, and the council has very particular definitions on what constitutes a emergency. Many centuries pass without a single qualified emergency. But if you're asking whether you can get a heart attack or whatever, The answer is no. Life and death have a slightly different meaning here. Can't die from natural causes. It's a bit complex and weird. We're still figuring out the process of how it all works. I'm over 200 years old and I still haven't made proper sense of it yet. Just got some vague ideas. Right. So what's keeping me from just staying here? Like, I'm already dead. Why do I have to go to the next place? You've got a certain number of hours you're allowed to remain on the edge of the mortal realm. Hours are fungible. Fungible? They can be bought, sold, and exchanged, generally speaking. But the Council of Death always collects the debts owed to them. And you'll start running into debt if you stay here too long. Your stall starts to get itchy, too. Is there any feeling less pleasant than an itch you can't scratch? Probably, but it's still up there. It is Aurelius Arius meowing in my chat. Hello, hello. Welcome. It's not something you want to experience. We've had a few stay past their allotted time. And they've all gotten very uncomfortable very fast. Discord led you here, not my YouTube. Well, I'm pretty sure the Twitch notification probably brought you here. Yeah, what do you mean, of course? Yeah, of course he does. Where else would he do that? It starts with general irritability, and then worse things begin to happen. Aha. It's a weird thing to wrap your head around. How long do I have before I need to make myself scarce? Scarce? You get 24 hours. Any longer and we start to pick up the tab, since you're on our premises. The terminal is a place where borrowed time has a very literal meaning. Oh, okay, that's crazy. That's pretty cool. So that's where all the people are. Apparently there's some people on Twitch. Nobody's really talking on Twitch side, but I can see this. I can see both chats. And as charming as you are, we've already racked too much debt from letting people stick around past their expiry date. We're deep enough in this hole as it is, hours-wise. And cash-wise, we are extremely poor. We've been too lenient in the past, letting people stay just a little longer instead of gently shooing them on to the next place of existence, etc. You know the drill. But hey, since hours are fungible, you can always acquire them some other way. There's actually something happening tonight, actually, that you might be interested in. Seriously? You're not still doing that. Shush. You know the council doesn't look at that stuff favorably. Ned said so himself. It draws customers and helps us shave down the debt. I'll take whatever I can get. And hey, fuck Ned. We have a 13-year-old right here, you know. She's heard enough coarse language for a lifetime. I'm not too worried about her. She's right, though. What? Every time Ned comes around, he makes you guys really stressed out. Ashley's at that age where she's learned to recognize when other people are stressed out, but not experienced enough to fully understand what it feels like. Maybe not you so much, but Maddie gets nervous, and it brings down the mood, man. So, fuck Ned. Goodness, I think you've had too much coffee today. I am crashing so hard right now, you have no idea. It's like crashing earlier, but that was just pre-crash, and I'm having a double crash or something. No, so for whatever reason, the Twitch messages aren't coming across, but, wait, oh yeah, the Twitch chat messages coming across, I didn't see. Because I know Twitch is getting the YouTube messages no problem, and it's pretty clean. I actually didn't see properly. Let me have a look. Let me just take a moment, break immersion a bit. Oops. While I alt tab into. They are, and it's weird. Nah, it looks sick, doesn't it? The response is, it looks cool. It looks cool, really cool. because it'll say restream, but oh yeah, they are. It looks, yeah, this is pretty cool. This Aurelius Twitch guy is pretty cool. I almost heard my own voice for a moment there while I was opening up the YouTube stream, and that nearly ended the entire stream. You're lucky I didn't hear it. All I ask is you try and keep the swearing to a minimum when the customers are around. Okay. Does Kishan count? It's fine. A couple of my housemates are tradies, so you learn to ignore it pretty quick. Great way to save money on rent and never get lonely if you're not attached to the idea of personal space. What are tradies? Are tradies? We're tradies? Ugh. They're still tradies unless they changed their career in the last couple days. But they're not my roommates anymore because... Hey, mates, have I mentioned how much being dead sucks? Because it sucks, and I feel extremely bad about it. Having a pretty bad time right now in general, to be honest. Yep. Schizo tuber arc. Even just adapting to your language is a pain, isn't it? Want a proper drink now, without coffee in it? Yeah, that'd be good. The TV didn't say anything about there being a storm tonight. Melbourne storm. A somewhat unusual weather phenomenon known for being the only one of its kind to occur below the Barassi line. What's a Barassi line? Model was free and later edited. Yes, it was free, and then I edited it to be in its current state. I recolored a bunch of stuff, and yeah, did a few little touch-ups here and there that made it feel more like me. Although, like, right now he's kind of orange and it's kind of weird. But, you know, I think he looks kind of orange. I don't know why he looks kind of orange, skin-wise. It looks like a decent-sized one is rolling in. Melbourne weather strikes again. I'll go upstairs and close the windows. Cheers. Come on, Ashley. Oh, this is Australian. It comes with the job. Yeah, being easily entertained is something you need to do. Come on, Ashley. Let's clean up the workbench while we're up there, eh? Do you need a bribe? Yes. I have some chocolate hidden away. Acceptable. Wait. Dead people can still get drunk, yeah? Why else do you think we serve alcohol? To make money? Well, yeah. Hang on. Do I even have my wallet? Doubt it. I don't. Yeah. What the hell? What did I just read? What the hell? I don't. Yeah? How does that work? Why do I have my clothes but not the contents of my pockets? A good place for things that don't have a place. Chewing gum, spare change, nervous hands. That's a cool description for pockets. I don't know, dude. Everyone's experience is different. Death doesn't follow many rules. Only universal rule I can think of is that you can't stay. People don't generally come in without their clothes, fortunately. Oh, so there are cases of people who come in without their clothes. So about this drink, I guess you're gonna give me straight vodka or something? Why is that? You don't like making complex drinks. Dude, no. I don't like making ridiculous caffeine-laced milkshakes for overcompensating soccer dads. I'm happy to mix a cocktail within reason. Ah, okay. What have you got then? Chase got everything you can think of. And then some. I could do with a mint julep. I could go for a minty julep. Hey, what's that outside? Actually, speaking of alcohol, I want alcohol. I want alky. Okay, I didn't say that. I didn't say alky. That didn't happen. And okay, hold on. Let me just quickly get my Uber Eats on. Or maybe I'll drive to the shop. Nah, it's late now. Skip. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Nah, it is. It's say so enough. It's close enough. Like when I'm drinky, I'm funny. So, you know, I'm not a Debbie Downer. I'm funny and I say funny things. It's say so enough. It is say so enough, guys. There's no way you're gonna tell me that I can't. I've been at work this entire week, guys. I've been waking. Nah, you gotta let me have this one. I've been at work the whole week, okay, guys. I've been at work the whole time. Okay, I've been waking up so early. I deserve this. Like, you want that Angie juice? The no, no, I'm not reading that. Ah. Oh man. No, that's terrible. No, don't say that. I would never. I just want a nice little rosé or a sweet red. Gonna order a little sweet red. There's one called Angel Tears Rosé. I guess that's the one. While I'm at it, I might as well get some cider. So that I can have a stash at home. Maybe a Chardonnay? Cabernet, a Chardonnay Pinot Noir? Oh my gosh. No, but they're tempting me. No thanks. No thank you. Just those three. Next. Not now. Place order. Agree and continue. Back to the game. Outside? There's some guy out in the rain. Ah, shit. Maddie? Maddie, what's up? Let's get started on that drink. It's gonna be that. It's Ned. Morning. It's Ned. I know it's Ned. Hi? Hello, recently departed. Hey, that hat you're wearing kind of makes you look like Ned Kelly. I could have sworn you were standing outside literally a second ago. So, how does this one cork it? Good morning to you too. Finished most of your week. You'll be setting up OBS for streaming on YouTube, and maybe I'll have my first stream tonight on YouTube. Alright, welcome to the YouTube familia. Well, I say that as the YouTube and Twitch, the dual streamer, as it were. Good morning to you too, Ned. 7 o'clock in the morning, Madeline. Piss off, Nedward. It's not even my name. Isn't it, Medi? Chase said it was, and he never lies. He never said that. Well, no. But it was worth a try. God, this guy is... A try at what? Catching me off balance? Some shit along those lines? Mate, I'm so off balance right now that a light breeze could knock me head over ass. Don't push me. Hey, this mint julep is great. Just wanted to contribute that to the conversation. So you catch the game last night? The Australian Football League provides everyone with a chance to root for your favourite local team, unless you're Tasmanian. Oh, hold on, I need to review one item. Approve. Hold on, I guess so. No, they didn't have the angel tears. No, and I don't care to discuss egg sport with you or anyone else. Don't try it. But Maddie is... Oh my god, she just... Maddie. I'm down bad for that barista. She's so cute.
Oof, just making polite conversation. You should try it sometime.
Maybe. Not for you, though. You've never come in during daylight hours before. What do you want?
Nothing much. I'd like to talk Che at some point, but it can wait, seeing as he's missing.
Planning on sending out a search party?
Might do. It'd be a shame if I lose an old friend by letting him wander onto some train tracks or something.
Yeah, well, shut up. He's upstairs last I saw.
What was the last you saw, Maddie? Tell me.
Why are you like this?
What was it?
Last saw him walking upstairs.
So he could be anywhere then. Probably fed the country to dodge that massive time debt y'all are racking up.
Some obligations have a way of following you no matter where you run to. Bro, I want to hurt this guy. He can't go far. I've got him on a pretty tight leash. And in regards to the debt...
It's not your problem.
You must not have heard.
Not your problem.
Che! Your dickhead friend Ned is here.
Oi, I'm a distinguished gent, not a dickhead.
I'll be down in a sec. Yeah, sure, but you also work for the Council of Death. So even if you're a distinguished gent, it cancels out. Is the Council of Death like a normal city council, except for wherever dead people live? Yeah, but the only trash that needs to be collected is right in front of me.
This guy?
Me? No, you. You're the trash, Ned. The trash is you. It's you. Ned, the trash man from... No! She's so cool. She's amazing. She's the best. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? She's the best, right? Because councils pick up trash. That's the joke. Oh, cool.
He's even got a head shaped like a rubbish bin.
Wait, sorry. He's even got a head shaped like a rubbish bin. It's totally fitting.
I'm not from hell. I don't care.
And to be clear, Ned, in case we weren't already, you are the trash. She just keeps hammering it.
Yeah, I get it. You know how long Che's gonna be?
Dunno. He was really busy upstairs with Ashley. Yeah, I had to hide like 5 steak knives from her. I don't even know we had 5 steak knives. That was the least smooth burn I've heard, and you just fall for the negative riz. No! The point isn't... Because... it's not supposed to be smooth. It was funny because... You just don't understand my humor. You just don't understand my humor.
Bit quiet there, mate. How long you been sitting there?
It doesn't matter.
Well, your employee's being very rude to me. So if you'd heard any of that...
I keep trying to tell him. My employee, yes. We have some catching up to do.
I don't follow. Did she quit?
Maddie's not one to back away from a challenge, but if she did, she wouldn't be the first.
Did you fire her for gross incompetence?
Ha, far from it. There's been a bit of a shake-up in the cafe's management structure since you last visited.
Oh no. Don't tell me you gave her the whole thing.
Okay, I won't tell you. I tried to tell you before, man. Hey, does anyone else like mint juleps? Because this is great, and I'm nearly done, but also my tongue is numb. Wondering what the deal is with that. Was there something you wanted to discuss?
I need a drink before we go through all that.
Sure. The usual?
Yes, please.
Ned is such a fucking creature. He's such a creature. I don't know how else to describe him. How come he gets a curly straw? So,
Che, Spin me a tale of how and why you handed down the cafe to this person.
Well, every man's got his price. Can my price be a curly straw too? Buddy, I'll give you 2 if it means you'll stop complaining about numb lips. Yeah, what did you make this with? I couldn't find the ingredients, so I put in a bunch of baijiu and, chili seeds. You guys are vibe? No, he isn't. He's such a creature. It's got some stuff though, so it's a mint julep in spirit, if nothing else. Does this have any mint or julep in it at all? It definitely may be lacking mint, and I cannot confirm nor deny the existence of the mythical julep. To some people, this place seems otherworldly. For others, this is just the world they live in. You asked for baijiu earlier, though, so there you go. Mission complete. Maddie, I'm getting very drunk very fast. Baijiu will do that to you. Here, I think you should have a little lie down. Oh, he's green. I'll get you some water. I'm as strong as an ox. I don't need no lie down. Kishad, my dude, you absolutely need to get horizontal as soon as possible. You can sober up in one of those booths in the back. It's nice and quiet over there. I'll fight you. I'll win, though. Up you get, mate.
Bloody hell. It would have been helpful if you told me that about this before.
Probably. I'm not worried about it. Maddie knew what she was getting into with the whole cafe situation. And it's natural that it might take a while for her to get the hang of running a business.
Bloody hell. Bit of a dog's dinner, isn't it?
Ned would know. Oh, for sure. Bet it'll get better. Like I said, not worried at all.
Well, you might want to hold your judgment on that one for a moment. I am unfortunately here on official business.
Oh. I shouldn't have given you the straw then.
No, you shouldn't have. I look quite silly.
Want me to get rid of it?
Yeah, it's just Maddie. She won't use it to derail our conversation or make me look like a fool or anything like that.
Straw? No, I'll get you one after you have a nap. You can sip the water like a normal person.
I'll put it in the dishes then.
Oh? What? That's cool.
The sacrifices I make for this job.
Hey, you met me through it, so it can't have been all bad.
That was bloody 100 years ago.
Man, really?
Longer.
Time flies when you're immortal, huh?
Quasi-immortal. This old rust bucket's still got an expiry date somewhere down the line.
Time comes for us all. What's this about immortality? Hey, you should buy more plants. Shut up! Sorry, continue. Immortality?
Nothing that I'd trust you with, that's for sure.
Don't you want to see this? Don't you want to see crotchety old me being rude to youngsters in 100 years?
Truly, I do not. The future doesn't need amateur necromancers.
Amateur can describe somebody who's not good enough to turn pro, but it could also mean somebody who passionately engages in something just for the pure love of it. Your loss. So, you two heading upstairs? Actually, Ned does in fact have something fairly important to discuss with you. Oh?
It's about the debt you owe to the council.
Yeah, I know. What about it? Hey, yo, this man's in shorts. They know it. They know it. No, look at his clothes. No, look at his fit. No, what is that? Nah. He's in shorts and a belt. He's rolled up his long-sleeved jumper. God, what's the music? What's going on? Oh no. I'm terrified for my life. I'm actually concerned about dripped out. Yeah, for sure. Nah, what is going on here? Maddie, it's time. You owe us over 600 hours. Che signed a contract. The hours or the cafe? You own the cafe, so you own the debt. And tonight, I have come to collect. Bro rhymed. That rhymed. Oh, okay. I don't know what this is, but I'm loving it. I'm loving this. I don't know what it is, but I'm loving every second of it. Oh, it's just the intro cinematic for the game. Oh, yeah, I'm suddenly in the game. It was so cool. That was kind of intense. Do they do that often? The song and dance thing? Yeah, what do you think they are? Some kind of anime street gang? What sort of self-obsessed jerk has their own theme song? Don't be a downer, pal. No, I was talking about the dramatic encounter. Oh, between Maddie and Ned? Yeah. Yeah, they've got chemistry. What? No. God, no. Not the romantic kind, the explosive kind, yeah. Can't leave them in the same room together or they'll kill each other, yep. Bad history? Maddie's just seriously troublesome person from Ned's perspective. Doesn't help that she can't stop herself from pulling pranks on him. They're self-aware. Yeah, no, they are. But it's so funny. Oh, it's so hype, though. He doesn't make it easy either. I don't think he's used to having his authority questioned. She really gets under his skin. Wasn't he a famous criminal? And therein lies the irony of the situation. What a strange world we live in. Wait, I'm trying to understand. Is there a prequel game to this? Because there's so much context, so much stuff. There's so much stuff going on. Is there like a prequel to this? Hold on, wait. Doodle mode is now available. You can speak to Ashley to access Doodle mode. Also, the bottle robot does the crab rave every time they talk. Yeah, he is. He's the crab rave bot. It feels like there's a prequel to this. There has to be, right? No, this is the only game in its series. It's like a remake of the original. So interesting. Anyway, oh, I mean, it's Kevin Penkin. No wonder it's I mean, it's a really good game, though. That intro was so exciting. I felt something. Where are the stories that I'm going to be reading? Now we are upstairs. Why are we still upstairs? I thought I was supposed to have moved on by now. Here it is. The Fisherman 2. Well then, I guess we're just gonna jump straight into the Fisherman story. I'm not even gonna look at the other stories first, because this story just delivers. Alright, let's go. The expression on Jack's face was expectant when Maddie came out of the kitchen carrying his plate. Expectant, but not impatient. The expression fit his posture, sitting upright, with his hands folded and resting in front of him. Your halibut's ready. Jack's eyebrows raised when Maddie set the plate down in front of him. He closed his eyes and lowered his chin just a tad, allowing the scent of grilled fish to waft into his nostrils as he drank in the odor. As several moments passed, a smile crawled onto his face, and he grabbed a fork and began cutting up the halibut. He was several mouthfuls in when Maddie spoke up. I thought you said you weren't going to eat it, she said. Couldn't help myself, said Jack. Smelled too good to not give it a taste, and tasted too good to stop. I couldn't help but notice the hesitation, said Maddie. Jack held up the fork, which had a piece of fish speared on it. You know, a fish like this, you never know what kind of memories it's gonna bring up. Not all memories are good, but this fish tastes like an adventure. Conquest. You fish much? You could say that, said Jack with a grin. I made it out on the water several days each year. Catch any big ones? Lots, I'm sure, said Jack. But I'm more a quantity over size kind of person. The most important weight is your tally at the end of the day. I'm not the patient kind of fisherman. Where'd you learn to be so patient, if not from fishing? Fishing's the only time I'm not a patient man, said Jack. Funny, said Maddie. I tend to hear the opposite from a lot of people. I take really long vacations, said Jack. That's when you fish? That's when I don't fish, said Jack. Ah, you're a fish tradesman. Better known as a fisherman, said Jack. But yeah. Could have led with that, you know, said Maddie. Didn't I? Said Jack. Well, like I said, I don't get out on the water very often. And yet, it's your profession, said Maddie. I think that would mean more days on the water. Such is life in Alaska, he said. Fishing season gets shorter every year. Ah, of course, said Maddie. Halibut are seasonal. You can only catch them when they migrate, is that it? It's the kind of business that's only open a few days out of the year thanks to Mother Nature. Thanks to the government, said Jack. In 1970, halibut season was 150 days long. Then it got shortened to 100 days. You only make 100 days out of the year? No, ma'am, said Jack. 100-day halibut season was before my time. By the time I found myself out on the side of the Pacific, they were down to fishing derbies. Actually, that's what got me out there. Derbies? All the fish you can catch for 24 hours. They're spaced out. Fishing season is a few days a year now. Can you make a living doing that? You can catch a lot of fish in one day, said Jack. But that's why they shortened the season. Doesn't take very many skips on the water before you got a problem with overfishing. I was sold on the promise of working several days out of the year and being able to get home and live a good life the 360 days out of the year. That I didn't have to work. He grinned in a way that suggested he wanted Maddie to prompt further. Did Alaska deliver on that promise? Said Maddie. Is America truly a land where the streets are paved with gold? The streets aren't paved with gold, even though I'm told there's black gold to be found in Alaska. But yes, Alaska did deliver what was promised. I worked several derbies a year. I made enough to live pretty well. I just skipped the part where I was supposed to come back home. What's the matter? Said Maddie. Didn't want to sail back to Australia? Afraid of getting seasick? No, ma'am, said Jack, apparently missing her joke. You met someone who convinced you to stay? A few someones, said Jack. You spend some time working a skiff with someone, there's a kind of bond you don't find easily. It's not the kind of thing you give up easily. That kind of bond working only a few days out of the year, said Maddie. It's intense, said Jack. It's like being in the line of duty. It's like going to war. War against the fishes. War against the sea, said Jack. When it's all you can catch for 24 hours, you don't have time to be safe. You don't have time, you don't have time to save. When the day arrives, you're out on the water, no matter the weather, and those are skiffs, not large boats. For every 1,000 fishermen that go out, 997 come back. Firefighters have better odds than that. Wait, no, but that means only 3 of them go. Soldiers have better odds than that. So yes, it's a bit like going to war. Is it? No, wait, what? I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure about those odds. I'd have to check it up, honestly. There were sometimes I could swear I could smell death on the water. And every time you pulled up on shore with a boat full of fish and the same number of men you left with, it was a giant middle finger to death's face. He broke into a grin. In those moments you never feel more at home. And when you have that kind of experience with someone, you don't fuck off to spend the year in Australia, you know? He tapped his chest. I'm one of them now. Jack looked around and Maddie realized it was the first moment she'd seen Jack really take notice of the space he was in. His eyes squinted as they scanned the shelves behind her and the people on the tables around him. But I ended up here. I think I always knew I would be here, sooner or later. Oh, that's the end. No, it's the end. No, I need more. Ah, man. Alright, fine. I love that. I love Jack. Jack is cool. Okay, billiards 1. Oh, dude. Playing billiards, dude. It's actually pool. Anyway. Brad took a sip from his beer. It was non-alcoholic, but there was something about the dry aftertaste that kept him frosty. He leaned on the table and lined up his next shot. He eyed the problematic 9-ball in the upper right corner. He had a low percentage shot on it if he selected to bank it in, but he had 2 other stripes in the lower left to set it up. If he had an audience, he'd go for the bank shot for sure. He liked the chance to shine. But today, there was no one to impress, no audience for flashy low percentage shots. He took the shots on the 11 and the 9. The 3 shots later sank the 9. He took the shots on the 11 and 12, and 3 shots later sank the 9. An easy shot on the 8 sealed the deal. Brad scanned the table. 4 solid balls remained. A dismal performance on his part, or still a performance on the part of the stripes player. That was the problem with playing against yourself. You always won, but you always lost too. So the man died while fishing. Boomer death. Maybe, who knows? Brad chugged the rest of his beer and added it to the collection of his empties, which now stood 5 bottles strong. He took a moment to survey the room. His table was the only one of the 4 that was in use. That didn't come as any surprise to him. It was early in the evening, and he'd grown accustomed to spending time alone in this room. He knew when he could come here to get. Oh my god, I'm trying to read this in some sort of the tempo of the song in this epic voice, but I keep breaking because it's just so random. You think the man's just alone playing pool against himself, drinking non-alcoholic beer. It's such an L. I don't know. Maybe it's not an L. I've never played pool, so maybe he's actually really vibing. This could be his vibe. Okay. He knew when he could come here to be alone, and when the other sharks showed up. Brad grabbed the triangle. It was looped around his collection of beer bottles to set the balls in order for another round. No, but it's 5 non-alcoholic beers, so I don't know. Ugh. Someone came upstairs and Brad looked briefly long enough to see a woman who he recognized as the dour-faced barkeep who had served him beers that had kept him company for the past hour or 2. Several steps behind the woman, he saw an older-looking man. Brad stopped in front of the table. The man stopped in front of the table opposite Brad's and began chalking up his cue. Okay. Brad directed his attention to the man. He usually offered people a game when they came up, but the man seemed prepared to keep to himself, so Brad said nothing and tried to focus on his own cable. He set up a break, and the older man coughed as he shot. He hit the cue ball just a fraction of a degree off. It bounced on the rack into one of the side pockets as the rest of the balls jostled around the table. Stink. Brad didn't swear when playing pool. His earliest experience with competitive billiards had been in the environment that forbade obscenities and issued foul penalties every time you let out an involuntary shit or what is this? He'd find cleaner substitutes. Break, came the sound from the old man's table. 2, 3, 4. Brad put down his break cue and picked up a leather-tipped cue that was leaning against the table. 5, 6. Brad chalked his cue, trying to avoid the tilt from his bad break. 7, 8. What is happening? He lined up to shoot and realized the man was already fishing his balls out of the pockets and collecting them in the triangle. Brad did a double take. Had the man sunk 8 balls after 8 strokes, including break? Brad continued playing his own table, but kept an eye on the older man this time. It happened again. Break. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A perfect clean sweep. As the old man began clearing the table, Brad walked over. Excuse me, he said, but I couldn't help but notice you just hit 2 perfect games. What's that? The man turned to Brad, squinting at him. Brad repeated himself a bit louder this time. I was just complimenting you on 2 perfect games. Impressive stuff. The man heaved his shoulders. Sometimes you get a bit of luck on your side. Still, said Brad, you don't see novices hitting 2 consecutive perfect games. The man offered another infectious shrug. Is this Jack? Is it Jack? Do you want to play a game? Brad gestured to his own table, which had already been set up. Most of the people who come around here tend to be novices. I've been itching for a bit of a competition. Brad paused, but the man said nothing. Of course, if you prefer to play on your own table, I don't mean to intrude. We can play, said the man. Though, if I can shoot perfect a 3rd time, you won't get to. I'd be impressed if you could pull that off, said Brad. The older man racked the balls and stepped away from the table to let Brad break. Brad leaned over the table, took several practice strokes before carefully connecting with the cue ball. The break was weaker than he expected, but he managed to sink 1 ball. He looked at the table annoyed and realized he hadn't bothered to check if the rack was frozen before he broke. His next shot was straight into the middle pocket. He briefly visualized the trajectory of the cue ball in his mind. He would easily knock the 6th ball in, then bounce toward the front of the table. Brad wasn't confident of where exactly the ball would stop, but he was confident he'd be able to do something with it. He took the shot. The 6th ball went in. Solids. After the cue ball settled, he found himself with no good options. Brad smiled. Making something out of nothing was his speciality. After a few moments of eyeing different angles, he settled on a shot toward one of the bottom pockets. A striped ball was in the way, so Brad hit the cue ball several degrees to the side, curving its trajectory around the enemy ball. It hit the solid 3 ball, and the shot was made. God, it's the explanation is like, yo, it's actually making the sound kind of hype. All right, cool. And the shot was made. Brad looked at the man, hoping for some kind of reaction. The man's mouth remained a flat line, but his eyebrows arced. If anything, the man's lack of obvious expression struck him as a deliberate attempt to not show a response. That he managed to get a single rise out of the old man felt like sweet victory. Brad made his next shot quickly, an easy straight. In shot on the 2 ball, made without thinking. Made without thinking about where the cue ball would land. That was a problem for future Brad. But several seconds later, present Brad found himself scolding past Brad for putting himself in such a foul position. What's going on? He was corner hooked, with the cue ball trapped to the corner pocket. The only angles available to Brad existed in a 60-degree arc. He surveyed his limited options and breathed a sigh of relief. relatively straightforward bank shot presented itself. It was an awkward angle, but he knew he could coax the 3-ball into the opposite corner pocket. He took the shot, watching as the 3-ball rolled compliantly into its designated pocket. Unfortunately, the cue ball went with it, ending Brad's turn and placing the ball in the man's possession. Ah, stink. Brad could have sworn the man winked at him as he fished the cue ball out of the lined up simple shot. Cue ball out and lined up a simple shot on a side pocket. The 9 went in, then the 11, then the 12. Brad found himself taking it for granted that each striped ball would enter his designated pocket, and instead focused on the cue ball. Somehow, the cue ball always wound up in a position that presented the oldster with an ideal chip shot. Ball after ball fell off the... Oh wait, hold on a minute. I need to give this guy a code. Sorry. Let me just quickly give the man bringing me my sippy sip a code to get into my estate. There you go. All right. Whew. Ball after ball fell off the bed until finally only the black 8-ball and Brad's solids remained. Fortunately for Brad, the 8-ball and the cue ball were on opposite sides of the table, with several of Brad's in between. The man eventually gave up and settled for a defensive shot that put the cue ball behind the 8. Now the tables were turned. Brad was the one cut off from his balls. He lived for shots like this. He took the shot. The cue ball hit the 8, and the 8 hit the 1, 1 hit the 7, bouncing it against the front of the table and into one of the side pockets. Brad couldn't help his smile. Things couldn't have gone better, even if he'd planned them. Instinct and muscle memory did what his calculating mind could not. Now the table was conveniently free of striped balls, and Brad had no trouble sinking the remaining consecutive shots he needed to close out the game. As Brad lined up the final shot on the 8-ball, he studied the older guy. If the man was reacting, he couldn't tell. Brad closed his eyes as he completed the final stroke, as he always did. He wasn't really religious. He'd stopped going to church with his mom when he was 12, but it always felt right to leave the result of the game to God. Damn, said the old man as the 8-ball fell into its pocket. Brad flinched. He'd been hoping for some praise from the man for winning the game. Perhaps a damn was all the man was prepared to offer. Excuse me, said Brad, but I don't think we bothered to exchange names. I'm Brad. Thomas, the old man extended his hand. I've got to say, said Brad, you're quite a player. I take it you're not from around here. No, said the man. I grew up in Brisbane, retired in Sydney. I'm just passing through. Brad nodded. I figured you actually grew up in this neighborhood. Played on tables just like these when I was a kid, so I know most of the folks on the local competitive circuit. I guess someone like you would have to play competitively, huh? You don't pick up skills like that on a tiny pond. You'd be surprised, said Thomas. A man can accomplish quite a bit given enough idle time. But you have played competitively, said Brad. I used to, yes, said Thomas. I actually formally retired many years ago, but kept the table at home for practice, to keep my mind sharp. Where did you compete? Oh, I toured England. Wait, said Brad. You were a pro? A pro makes a salary, said Thomas. I won enough to cover my travel expenses, and to make up for the time I spent not working a real job. Brad couldn't hide his excitement. Wait, you said England? Did you ever play in the World Billiards Championship? Yep, said the old man. I played the WBC for a few years, but eventually I decided the title was a summit I'd never reach, so I quit. Wait, said Brad again. You said your name was Thomas. Are you Thomas Walsh? Indeed I am, said Thomas. You're a legend. I think you might be overstating it, said Thomas. Even when I was at my prime, I wasn't the best. Results speak for themselves. Nah, fuck that, said Brad. You were the finalist for 6 years running. Nobody's ever been that consistent. Even the best pros who manage to run hot burn out. After more than 2 or 3 years, Thomas sipped his beer. I spent hundreds of hours watching your videos, said Brad. Man, he's fangirling. I didn't realize there were videos of me. I have tapes of the finals from 1967 and 1968. This man is a ultra billiards nerd. That's crazy. That's actually really cool. I don't know. I appreciate when people are passionate about stuff. They didn't record them before that, but your last 2 years got recorded for posterity. They're kind of rarities at this point, but I had a coach who had a vault of old footage. Coach? Thomas arched an eyebrow. Yeah, said Brad. You didn't have a coach? Thomas shook his head. We mostly just taught ourselves and each other. Sometimes you got to practice with people better than you, but that was it. Well, I mostly taught myself, said Brad, but after I started winning some regionals, I joined a team so that I could get sponsored and have a group to train with. Interesting. Brad waited for Thomas to question further, but no question came, so I decided to continue without an invitation. I won the WBC in 2012. No luck since then, I take it, said Thomas. Well, yeah. He laughed awkward. I've never been a consistent player. Not like you, anyway. He offered a sheepish grin. My mom had an album full of article clippings taken of me like I was some kind of prodigy, the next big thing. Now it feels like I'll forever be a footnote in history. Brad waited for words of affirmation from his hero. Thomas just took another drink from his glass, finishing off before setting it down next to Brad's empty bottles. Said Brad, feeling foolish. Can I get you a drink in exchange for another game? It would be a real pleasure. Sure, said Thomas. Get me a Guinness. Actually, make it 2. Brad sprinted downstairs and returned several minutes later with a tray bearing 2 pints of Guinness. Thomas began setting up the table for the next game, Brad hovering over him. You know, said Brad, this place is pretty magical. Getting to play a game of pool like this. He wasn't quite sure how to say it, but figured Thomas knew what he was getting at. I mean, this is the sort of place where anything can happen, you know? You know what I'm saying? Not anything, said Thomas. There are limits. Well, yeah, said Brad. But still, 2 former champs, one coming back from from beyond the grave, so to speak. That's not the kind of encounter you'd expect to have anywhere else. Thomas looked at him. Magical indeed. When I walked up here, I didn't realize that you were, well, he rubbed his chin. Let's just say I don't meet a lot of pool pros at pars. He took a sip of the beer. You want to break? Brad broke, and his Heinz-guided instinct managed to sink 5 balls in consecutively. Like magic, his shots always connected. Some people might buckle under pressure, but Brad's performance always seemed to rise to the occasion. With just 2 striped balls left, Brad knew he was on a streak. But as he lined up his next shot, he took a moment to consider the position of the 8 ball. It was nestled in an awkward position behind Thomas's balls. But if he could clear a path to it while sinking the last stripe. Brad looked at the sea of balls and he knew there was no way for him to manually calculate every vector. But instinct had got him this far and he wasn't about to stop listening to it now. This is such a long story. I can't. Oh no. Brad took the shot and the cue ball knocked the last striped ball into the corner pocket. The cue ball bounced off the table, back towards Thomas's cluster of balls. Brad grinned in elation as the cue ball hit a solid, which hit another and another in a chain reaction that sent the 8 ball hitting right towards the corner, just like he'd wanted. It was hitting right towards the corner where there were no balls to intercept it. It was headed right towards the corner, into the pocket. He stopped grinning. Brad knew that with growing dread that the friction of the cloth wouldn't be enough to stop the ball in time. He watched the impending disaster happen in slow motion, powerless to stop it. The game had been going so well. He'd been about to... What? Why am I laughing? I'm laughing at how intense they make this. They're like, you know, they've written this like so intense and so like so serious, and then like I'm I've watched people play pool and I've never been like this invested in it. Like, I don't know. Like, I watch them play and not even they are this invested in it, you know, and they're literally playing the game. They're busy talking, they're chilling, they're laughing and stuff. This is so intense. There's so much like calculations. The game had been going so well. He'd been about to have the perfect game in front of his childhood hero, and now he was going to lose it in the most inglorious way imaginable. An accidental, illegal combination shot. Brad closed his eyes, but not even God could help him now. He didn't know, he didn't need to see it. The sound of the ball plunking into the pocket was enough. He'd lost the game. He'd lost the game like you all just lost the game. Ha, ha, ha. You all lost the game. Every single last one of you in chat right now, you lost the game. How do you feel? How does it feel to have lost the game like that? Anyway, that was an experience. That story was so goddamn long. I'm actually tired. Like, oh my gosh. I'm actually kind of tired out by that one. Alright, delicate operation. Nah, okay, wait, no. No. Am I really? Yeah, it just ends there. Yeah, it just ends with you losing the game, bro. Oh wait, no, please don't tell me I have to go through the whole thing. No, I can't go through the whole thing. Anyway, yeah, it ends there. That's the end of the story. Yeah, it's chapter 1. There's gonna be another chapter in the next section of the game, which you lost, by the way. You lost the game. There's more. There will be more. Ashley stepped behind the counter, winced as the floor creaked beneath her feet. Maddie was nowhere to be seen, but Maddie did possess a remarkably sharp sense of hearing. Luckily, the cafe was empty, and Ashley tiptoed to the case where Maddie kept the baked goods. Ashley lifted the glass lid off the case and closed her eyes as the scent of yesterday's lamingtons wafted up and overwhelmed her. Ashley spent most of her life convinced that she didn't like coconuts, but that had changed when the day Che introduced her to lamingtons. I don't know what lamingtons are. What are lamingtons? Yeah, it's the first part of the whole story. To be fair, Ashley still wasn't sure she actually liked coconut. Chocolate frosting could make anything taste good, and she couldn't deny the cake's irresistible allure. Okay, 1 second. Be right back. My stuff is here. So let me mark myself as away. Be right back, everybody. I will be... Oh, where are we? No, not ending. Oh, not coding. Pause. There we go. Alright, we will be right back. Okay. We have our heaven-approved apple soda. I don't know if you heard that of the of the bottle going open, but it was like, and that's the sound of happiness. That's the sound of a Friday. All right, we are back. Back into the games. All right. Let us take a little sip before we begin. Ashley lifted a Lamington from the case and gently set the lid back down. She raised the Lamington to her lips, opened her mouth to take a bite. Ashley? In a moment of panic, Ashley shoved the pastry into her mouth and sealed her lips. Her mouth was quickly overwhelmed by the pastry's thick frosting covering. She did her best to choke it down before turning to face Maddie. Said Ashley, hoping that her cheeks didn't betray what was inside. Ah, good, you're here, said Maddie. It was a bad sign anytime Maddie expressed pleasure at seeing Ashley. Normally, Maddie wavered between being annoyed by Ashley's presence and being indifferent of her. Anytime Maddie was happy to see Ashley, it meant work. And I need to move this out of the way because I can't read the things. I need you to deliver something to Che for me, said Maddie, turning the counter to pick up a small bottle of something. Yo, you did not just say her mouth was covered with thick it was full of, her mouth was full of cake. Anyway, turning to the counter to pick up a small bottle of something. As Maddie turned attention to the bottle, Ashley took I'm also turning my attention to the bottle. Ashley took advantage of her momentary distraction to gulp down the remainder of the pastry. No time to chew, but her teeth wouldn't have done much good with the thick frosting. You're not busy, are you? Said Maddie. Ashley shook her head no. The pastry was no longer inside her mouth to create a conspicuous bulge of cheeks. But opening her mouth would reveal the thick chocolate frosting that was probably present on her teeth, so she kept her lips sealed. Good, said Maddie. He's upstairs. Get this to him ASAP. No. You refuse to be gaslit. What? It's chocolate. What do you think she happened? She pooped her mouth? She ate. Anyway, he's upstairs. Get this. It's chocolate. It's brown colored, guys. She handed the bottle to Ashley, and Ashley found herself surprised by how light the bottle was. Looking down, she could see that the bottle had thin walls. Within those thin walls, it contained some clear liquid, and its seal was held in place by a metal clamp. Excuse me. Hermetically sealed. Ashley turned towards the stairs, holding the neck of the bottle in one hand, and let out a sigh. One last thing. Ashley swallowed a sigh with a gulp and closed her mouth before facing Maddie, lips tightly shut. Be careful not to drop it, said Maddie. Thousands could die if you spill any of it. In any other situation, Ashley would have asked Maddie a probing question to figure out what was in the bottle or get an idea of the significance of the task that was being assigned to her. Significant enough that thousands of lives held in balance, but apparently not important enough for Maddie to do it herself. Oh wait, no, wait, how do I go back? Back, L, previous, oh, there we go. But Maddie's lips remained sealed, and she merely nodded and turned around. Lamingtons were not meant to be consumed in a single bite, especially by mouths as small as Ashley's, and the thickness of the frosting that lingered in her mouth and throat made her desperate to ask for some kind of drink, but she dared not ask for one. Ashley looked down at the bottle, unsure of the best way to carry it. The bottle was slightly too large for her to hold in just one hand, and grasping it in front of her with two hands felt awkward. The bottle wasn't heavy, but Ashley's confidence in her ability to carry the bottle without dropping it was less than perfect. Should she cradle it in her arms protectively? No, that seemed like it put her at greater risk of fumbling the bottle. The crook of her elbow wasn't as dexterous as her fingertips. She settled in carrying the bottle with one hand placed on the bottom to hold the weight, and the other hand wrapped tightly around the neck to steady it. Ashley walked slowly with the bottle as she ascended the stairs. Maddie hadn't told her the liquid was volatile. The bottle was hermetically sealed, so there was zero chance of anything spilling out, but that didn't change the sense of trepidation Ashley felt. Armed with the knowledge that there were potentially thousands of lives at stake, she cringed every time she saw the liquid sloshing inside the bottle, leaping up and lapping at the edge of the seal. Ashley realized her arms were shaking and pressed the bottle against her chest, hoping to steady it. As Ashley's hands shook nervously with the bottle held against her chest, she wondered if the large amount of sugar she just forced down her throat had something to do with the shaking. It is more likely that her shaking was the result of being told that thousands of lives could be lost if she dropped the bottle. Still, the lingering taste of pastry in her mouth didn't help. Ashley silently lamented the fact that she'd been forced to consume the lamingtons so abruptly. Lamingtons were a treat to be savored, not shoved into one's mouth in a moment of panic. She hadn't even had the chance to properly enjoy it. Sorry, that was a little burpy burp. It was hard to simultaneously feel the pleasure of a tasty treat and the panic of being caught. Whatever the outcome was of this errand, she had wasted a wonderful pastry. Several agonizing minutes later, Ashley arrived at the top of the stairs and spotted Che standing at the handrail. As she walked up to Che turned to face her, and she presented him with the bottle. Ashley cleared her throat of any lingering stickiness before speaking. Maddie said you needed it. Ah, good, said Che. I was running low. Ashley gasped with relief as Che took the bottle from her and started taking deep, labored breaths, suddenly becoming aware of how high her heart rate was. Che popped open the seal of the bottle, then splashed some of it onto a rag. Several drops hit the floor. Ashley let out a terrified squeak. Something wrong, said Che. Maddie said that thousands of lives would be lost by what's in that bottle. Well, that's the idea, said Che, as he folded the rag and ran it along the railing that overlooked the cafe's ground level. This is supposed to kill 99.9% of all bacteria. That leaves hundreds of bacteria alive, but I try not to think too hard about that part. Ashley's jaw dropped. What do you mean, clip that burp? What's wrong with you guys? You guys have problems. You guys need help. Come on, bro. Like I don't know what's going on. Like, this is such a wholesome story with like cute moments and funny, quirky characters, and you guys are unable to like just enjoy it for something normal. I don't know. Ashley's jaw dropped. It's disinfectant. Yeah, said Che. Why did Maddie not tell you? Ashley's shoulders slumped to a mixture of relief and exasperation. She only told me that it killed thousands. And you didn't ask what she meant by that? No, said Ashley. I was preoccupied. Huh, said Che. He turned his attention back to the railing, inspecting it for a moment before continuing to wipe it. Ashley turned to head back upstairs. By the way, Ashley turned to face Che. He reached out, placing a finger on her shirt, wiping off a bit of frosting. He raised it to his finger and smelled it. Chocolate? He said. Yes, said Ashley. One of Maddie's lamingtons? Yes, said Ashley. Che nodded and licked the frosting off his finger. Go downstairs and bring one of those up for me too, will you? I don't know what's going on with you guys. I'm having a good time. You guys seem to be reading things that aren't there. Like all this text on the screen, and you guys choose to read things that don't actually exist. Crazy. Advisory role. Maddie was washing her hands when Ashley poked her head around the corner. Here to confess something, or here to ask for something? Thought Maddie to herself as she dried her hands and turned to face the girl. The grin on Ashley's face confirmed that it was the latter. Maddie arched an eyebrow and turned on the coffee grinder. Ashley stepped around the corner and stood close enough to Maddie to occupy her field of view. Every time Maddie turned, Ashley again repositioned herself. She was waiting for Maddie to notice her. After a minute, Maddie decided that having Ashley hover around her was more distracting than indulging whatever it is she wanted to talk about. "What do you need, Ashley?" "I don't need anything," said Ashley. "Though now that you mention it, needing things, I think you might need something." "Such as?" "An advisor." Ashley smiled triumphantly as she delivered the word. "Uh-huh. What would I need an advisor for?" "To advise you, of course," said Ashley. "And I suppose you have a suggestion for who I should take on as an advisor?" "Well," said Ashley, "now that you mention it, I'm not too busy. I could be your advisor, because you're an expert on advising. That's what an advisor needs to know about." "What makes you an expert on advising?" "I've been learning a lot about advisors," said Ashley. What is going on with you guys? We're you guys are going through something. Alright, wait, hold on a moment. Alright, let's pause the game for a moment, right? Let's just take a moment, guys, and alright. It's time. Wait, no, not even this actually. Let's go here. Alright, guys. Right. It's time for us to have an intervention, because you guys seem to be experiencing something that really needs an in-depth look into it. The character reflect the char. Who's the char? What's the char, bro? What's char? All right. Now, we're gonna have to talk about this a little bit, because apparently you guys are saying that I'm gaslighting you. We all know that I would never do that. Like I would really, I would never gaslight you guys. Like, honestly, the fact that you think that is really disappointing, actually. And I know you guys know better than that. You know better than that. I would never gaslight you guys. Right? Like I would never do anything like that. You know, like you know better. You guys know better. You're smarter than that. You're like way smarter than that, right? You guys are smart, intelligent, capable people. You would never let yourselves be gaslit like that. That could never happen, right? Anyway, so as I was saying, like you guys seem to be experiencing something that we need to have a like heart to heart about. So why don't you tell me what's on your mind? Well, why don't we start there? What are you thinking about right now? When we read these stories, when we hear about these characters, what do you guys think about? Oh no, we're not ending stream. No, Davis. No. We're just taking a pause. We're just taking a pause from the game so that we can discuss, because everybody seems to be like having these hallucinations that there's something more going on here than is actually going on. Now let me just quickly take another sip of my drink while I wait for you guys to hash it out and tell me. I'm not insane, Rolja. Rolja, we know I'm not insane. Oh, hey Iris, welcome. Like chat, like streamer. No, guys. Yeah, if what you're meaning by that is you guys are all intelligent and entertaining and wonderful people, then you're right. You want to strangle me with the way I'm saying those words? That's not very nice, Hito. I'm just saying things, you know. I'm not even saying things. The things I'm saying are true. You guys are smart. You're funny. You're intelligent people. Like. So I know that you know better than to think the worst of the writers everywhere. The writers aren't writing anything crazy, right? Thinking the writers must be into some steamy bleep based on both the billiards and bottle stories. I don't know what you're talking. It was just like two men who were really into billiards. Like one was they're both pro actually. They're both pro players. Like players at the top of their game. So obviously they take their billiards game incredibly seriously. Like really seriously. And that was like reflected. That was reflected in the yes, thank you, B. Yeah, I do have a point, right? See, that's why you're my favorite. You're really smart, B. You're my favorite. You're my favorite customer. So yeah, as I was saying, we are nothing of that streamer. No, and neither is our streamer. Wait, I'm confused. But you were saying like chat, like streamer, guys. Like you guys are intelligent, capable, funny, driven, motivated people. I know that. That's why you're here. That's why you're here with me this Friday afternoon. Oh, I love you guys. Oh man, like honestly, like I would be loving playing this game by myself, but like playing it with you guys there and chat, it's even better. It's so much fun. Like actually, I genuinely am having a great time. Thanks for listening to me read this story terribly, because damn, I can feel that my reading is going horrendously wrong sometimes. Right, so, well, I mean, we might as well extend this break. Let me finish this drink, open another one, and then after I get about halfway through the second one, we can go back to continuing the game. All right, let me get out of your face now. Right, I'm a little bit too. I was a bit too close and personal for a bit there. Yeah. So, yeah. No. Ito, you need to actually, yeah, no, Ito, you need to tell me a little more about this the strangling me thing, because that was a little bit worrying. I want you to know I will not stand for this kind of mental abuse. I refuse to simply. What do you mean? No, Relja. I can't come any closer, Relja. Okay, just for you. Just this one time, okay? There we go. Right up close and personal. Yeah. Hello. And what are you gonna do this close, Relja? Huh? Now that we're here, what are you gonna do? Huh? Oh man, I'm like really in frame here. What are you gonna do? I'm a pure say so angel boy, so I hope you know that your options are very limited now. I can absolve you of your sins. From this close, I think I could do it. No, do you want me to absolve you of your sins, Relja? Oh my. Hey, I absolve you of your sins, Relja. You're clean now. Wow, the apple juice is really good today, guys. The apple juice is great today. Oh my! Oh, you're what? You know, technically speaking, you're gonna like, but like with like angry eyebrows. How do you do that with like angry eyebrows? Like, mwah. Yeah. Like a frown on your face. You're like, I hope you know. Oh no, it's Tsundere Relja angle. He's like, I hope you know that I still think that you're a massive bug, but like, don't let this go to your head or anything. Mwah. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. So it's like. Is that what it's like, Relja? Is that the angle here? Is that the game we're playing? Oh, excuse me. Number 2. So, yeah, no. I'm just trying to like give my throat a little bit of a break, cause I've been reading, you know. Yo, add it to the compilation. What the Relja, the Tsundere Relja, montage, impression. It's not like I did it for you or anything. Just for you. Just this one time. Giving my after all the talking, I mean, don't you get like a not like a sore throat, but like a tired throat after like talking for a long time consistently, and also like changing voice a bunch. I don't know, like it's easier to talk if I just keep talking in my normal voice like this, but like when I change my voice a bunch and whatever and do emphasis and stuff, my throat gets really tired fairly quickly. He's not the throat coat, lads. What does that mean? What does that even mean? I am the throat coat, I swear. Bah. You know, like bah. I can do bah. Although like goats are more like I'm Gussie. Hey yo, what? Guys, being say-so is so much more fun. I'm not even gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. Being innocent is the best. It's honestly my favorite. Because you see, while I'm out here being innocent and wholesome, I get to watch you guys have mental breakdowns over the things that I say. Then I get to pretend to not know. I mean, not pretend. I get to not understand what it's all about, and it's so funny. Is that like? I think that's mildly sadistic. I'm not gonna lie. Clip what? Huh? Think about it. No, wait. Think about this critically, right? How many clips of me do you actually have? How many clips actually made it through? Huh? How many times have you successfully actually clipped me? Think about it. The last stream, the test stream, yeah? Where I said a bunch of sussy stuff. And like people were clipping me, and they're like, haha, we got him, guys, we got him. Go click those links, guys. Go check those links. Do they exist? Do they still exist? Go check on that clip. Go check on it. I'm telling you, go check on it. Does it still exist? It doesn't. You wanna know why? Because I'm the one who has the power here. I'm in control. You guys are just my. You guys are just my willing participants. No, there is no clip. There are no other clips. Because all the content you see, all the clips that you have... what did I miss? Nothing. You didn't miss anything. Don't worry about it, Relja. I was not power tripping on them or anything. Oh, man. This has been fun. Alright, I think it's time that we cut back to the game. Yeah. I think everybody's ready to cut back to the game at hand, the game that we came here to play. We start recording his streams externally. Oh, now that's like a really like that's really quite paranoid of you, Relja. I'm not gonna lie. Why would you be clipping my streams externally? Alright, anyway, let's jump back into the game. Ooh, okay. Ah, welcome back. Where are we? Advising. That's what an advisor needs to know about. And what makes you an expert on advising? I've been learning a lot about advisors, said Ashley. They get to help make important decisions, and then the person they're advising has to take responsibility for them. That's why I'd make a good advisor. Because you don't want to take responsibility for your actions. I'd take responsibility for my advice. But if someone follows my advice, then their decision and their responsibility. Duh. I don't think I need an advisor, said Maddie. Oh, but you do, said Ashley. Aren't you always complaining about how busy you are? Yes, said Maddie. So busy that I don't have time to have extra counseling sessions with you. I'm not going to be your counselor, said Maddie. I'm going to be your advisor. The difference being a counselor counsels, an advisor advises. Of course, said Maddie. Busy people always seem to have advisors, said Ashley. The Prime Minister has advisors, presidents too, and all those important people have advisors. All the most important people have advisors. I made a mistake and I tried to ad-lib over it, but it didn't work. Their advisors tend to have more experience than they are. More experienced than they are. Advice travels from those who have it to those who need it. Well, I'm doing fine, so I don't need advising, said Ashley. But you could do with some advising, and I'd be happy to give you all the advice I've got. Plus, you're more important than I am. You're kind of like that Prime Minister of the terminal, or whatever, or the President of the terminal, or whatever. The kind of person who needs advisors. I see, said Maddie. So, am I hired? You already have a lot on your plate, I'm sure, said Maddie. Nope, said Ashley. I've got lots of time free. Ah, in that case, you have to wash these dishes for me, said Maddie, tossing a drying rag to Ashley. Let me know when you're done. Wait, said Ashley. I'm only free to advise. I'm physically fatigued from a long day of work. Only my mind has extra processing power. I can only help you if it's by advising. Well, advising has physical responsibilities associated with it, right? Said Maddie. Like, sometimes an advisor will go to places to get important information. I guess so, said Ashley. I can do anything that relates to giving you information. In that case, Advisor Ashley, I need you to give me a report on which of these plates looks best when it's sparkling clean. But they're all dirty right now. Exactly. Time for you to do some research, some investigating research. See ya. Checkmate, Ashley. Checkmate. Alright. Oh, there's a laptop. Maddie's inbox. Oh boy, Maddie's gonna have some fun emails, I can guarantee you that much. Wait, her glasses are here. Where's Maddie without glasses? I want to see Maddie with no glasses on. Where's Maddie with no glasses on? She's down there. She's down there. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. No. Keep the balance. Okay, it's fine. We'll read Maddie's inbox and then we'll try see Maddie without glasses later. Oh, but now I have to move chat again. You guys are in the way. Can't read the story. From Jeanette Annette Jean Bean at yahoo.com. Oh god, Yahoo. Spirit Beacon leaking? Okay. Actually, wait, before I start this one, let me go get the second drink. I'm so sorry for that. I accidentally stepped on the headphone cable while I was standing up and I pulled it out. Anyway, I'm gonna get my second apple. Okay, guys, I've realized that we are 2 hours into stream, and I've been talking for 2 hours straight. And part of me thinks that I should maybe let my voice rest. So, yeah. I think before we do anything more, and actually, let me see if I can save. Yeah, there we go. Wait, no, don't load. Okay, I guess I don't get to save. I don't have to save? Guess technically I don't have to actually play the... Ah, I see. Well... How do I save? It feels like I don't have to save. And if I'm wrong, this is gonna be very awkward. Wait, let's see. Alright, if I from here... No, but I know for a fact that I have to save. Because when I... Yeah, save / load your progress. How do I save / load my progress? And as it turns out, there's a lot of game in this game. Least scuffed visual novel. Like, all of them usually have a really easy way to save, but I cannot save. Ah, whatever, it's fine. It seemed to remember just fine that we were here last time. So, let's do like this. Hit the quit button. Like, last time, it lost, like, a little bit of stuff, but not too much. So, yeah. With all that said, it's time for us to abruptly end the stream, because... boy, am I tired, and I'm not ready to become one of those streamers that does like 8-hour streams, because yikes, that's tiring. I mean, funny that I mention it. Like, I'm honestly thinking that for a debut, we're probably gonna do like a 12-hour stream, maybe longer. Like, it's gotta be an all-day thing, you know. Because there's a lot of people in America, and well, not a lot, a reasonable number of people in America that I know who would want to tune in, but wouldn't be able to if I did it at South Africa time. So it would definitely be a weekend thing, and it would definitely be 8+ hours, excuse me. So yeah, thank you for coming, guys. It was great. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate you all. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Alright, yeah. Also, make sure to tune in to Devis's YouTube stream. I don't know what stream that he's gonna be having, but it'll be on soon. His first YouTube stream, his maiden voyage on YouTube, on the Red platform, unless it's already started. This is usually around the time he starts, right? I think it is, or it's in like 2 hours. No, this is usually the time that B starts. Oh, it's perfect timing. B can start her stream now. I don't know what she'd stream, or maybe she has no plans to stream. It wasn't on the schedule. I'm peer pressuring a little bit. Anyway, bye bye.